Yo, I like to thank everybody for tuning in to a special edition of Cloth Talk. Now, today, we got a special guest. Now, during this election time that's coming up, the media is telling you about, the candidates, candidates, but we don't know the right hand candidates that's out here. So, further ado, I would like to formally introduce everybody to a man that's, currently running, Michael Landingham. How are you doing today?
How you doing, brother? How's everybody going? How you doing? How's everybody doing out there? Hope everybody's being safe. Wash your hands, wear your mask. This is part of the main fight to fight this virus. So we can trust our government officials.
Yes, yes. Man, I'm gonna just shoot the breeze with you, man. A lot of people want to just know, uh, what inspired you to run, and who are you? What party do you come out of?
Well, I was a Democrat back in 2016, but I felt like I was kind of like a Martin Luther King Republican, and before the Republicans really kind of just showed who they really are. And but I always peacemaker. And when I see some wrong, I try to get in the middle of it and try to show on both sides the differences of what they are arguing about and trying to find some common ground or some kind of basis to try to start anew. And what drove me to become president, or what made me to become president, number one, I love this country, and I can't stand to see us dissolving the way we're dissolving because we're not standing united. And number two, the reason why I'm running for president because I was at the Republican National Convention here in Cleveland, Ohio, back in 2016, and I spoke like an outside motivational speaker, and I had the bullhorn. And there's an article from the Washington Post from Mark Fisher, I believe, who told the story about I told black people and white people to hug each other
Mhm.
at the convention, and told the police to hug everybody because we need some love right here. And in the
That's
midst,
how-
I said, I don't want to see black people and white people get killed. Um, we need justice, but we need fair justice, equal justice. And I said, let me show you how you calm everything down. So I went into a group of individuals. One white guy, one black guy was yelling at each other about police shootings. I waved through the crowd and made them shake hands and showed them there's a way to come together. So there were those people, Republicans, who were at that convention, heard and saw my message and
Mhm.
my ability to reach across party divisions, and said I should run for president. Or mainly they said I was the next Martin Luther King, or I should be Trump's VP because they said a black man to be Trump's VP be good. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna ever do that. Or
Yeah.
I should run for president. So
Oh,
I just looked at the field and just said the American people need a true outsider, and I'm the truest outsider that's ever been seen.
so you're just to clarify, you're coming out of the independent party.
Well, technically, the one unique thing about America is that all these independent parties started off somehow through an idea, through a dream, right? But each individual party has not found the texture, in a sense, to find a way to connect all the other parties together. My party has. My party, I represent the party of we the people, the remnants of the Black Lives Matter movement. As the presidential candidate, I have the power underneath the Constitution to turn Black Lives Matter into a political powerhouse and change the name of that movement to the Party of We the People. Republicans, Democrats, blacks, and whites love the idea. Even black people right now are saying, we're trying to get our message out, but the other side is trying to use that name against us. The Party of We the People says you can't. You can't. That's a bridge that I've just created. And like I said, Black Lives Matter. A lot of people depend on the movement. At the same time, there's no more movement no more because we have unity coalescing behind African Americans who've been displaced for so long. They really want to see change and still seeing the same stigmatization that the system has put on us for so long. So that's why I'm running. Unity is strength, and I've done some research on my father's side of the family. My great
Okay.
grandfather was white. and he is kin to the Sons of the American Revolution. All that information you'll see on my Facebook page,
You
Landingham for President
mind
2020, the party of we the people.
telling the public who that gentleman might be that you're referring to as being related to, or would you rather them see the?
Oh well, yeah. Well, like I said, I'm kin to the Sons of the American Revolution. They're soldiers who fought in the Revolutionary War. Also, I'm kin to George Washington, the father of our country, and Robert E. Lee, the great Southern Confederate general of the Confederacy. So, for the past 8 years, I researched on my father's side of the family, and I reached out to these white people and black people who share the same name. And for almost a decade, I said, "Hey, family, I love you. Let's come together." And they're
Yeah.
Republicans, they're Democrats. Some voted for Trump, some didn't, and
Uh,
we still communicate to this time. We interact with each other's kids, and we
no,
pray
that,
for each other. And I'm confident with that historical factor and what I do with my family. This is what America needs.